Hello everybody, my name is Valerie. I'm currently a 3D modelist. I'm going to show you a tip and trick on in Substance Painter on how you can make your cracks and edges inside your model um, darker and lighter. So for example, if you don't want to like color inside the cracks of your sculpture or paint highlights at the edge, there is an easier way to do it. I'm going to show you right now. You want to go to your your layers. You want to go to add fill layer, and I'm just going to make one color red, and then you want to go to uh, this symbol right here. Don't remember what it's called. Oh, there we go, textures. And then you want to type in curvature maps, and then it's going to pop up this map right here from when you're baking. There'll be like a lot of maps for you to mess with, and you want to find curvature maps from Mesh Standard Surface, and this is going to be part of your model. And you want to drag that to the fill layer, and you want to also add a black mask to this. Oh, and let me do that again. There we go. So add a black mask, and then just drag this curvature mask to the fill layer. And as you can see, it's already starting to affect my cracks. It's keeping them white, but I want to make these edges around the cracks white. So we're gonna right click on our fill layer, and then we're gonna go to add generator. And then you want to click on this button, and then you want to go to curvature. If it's not on here, you can also type just a simple curvature, and then you want to click this one that says curvature. This is a smart mask, but you can only find it in generator. You can't find it in these layer. It's only going to be in generator, in the generator button here. So click on that, and as you can see, it's making my red more bolder, and it's keeping my cracks white. And then we're gonna go inside curvature, which is already layered for me. And then what you want to do is mess with the settings. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Nope. There we go. You want to mess with the global blur, and you want to keep this false. And as you can see, it's already keeping the edges white, and you can just mess with them as you like. I think that's fine for now. And then you can, the global balance, if you want to just gently make that lighter. And then just keep that global contrast where it is. And then I go down to curvature, and you want to keep this false, and you want to keep the edges like this. And then this is just more detailed work if you want to mess with the edges. But as you can see, it's keeping the edges white and not inside the cracks. And then it's just finer detail of messing with stuff and just creating with the settings. So I'm gonna name this like edges, and then I'm gonna add a levels, which is also right clicking. And then this is just it's a good way of just making more finer detail of messing with their edges to keep them white. So with that, I think we're good on that. I'm gonna duplicate this, and you want to control D as in dog, and I'm gonna call this layer cracks. And I'm just gonna make this blue just so that you can see what's going inside. And then everything's gonna be the same as this one, so everything is duplicated. So with curvature, I'm going to make all these false. Oh, let me see. There we go. So with that, I'm going to keep everything true. And then when you go to curvature down, you want to click on cavities. And as you can see, it's keeping my cracks inside a darker shade of color and my white a wider shade of color. And you're more than welcome to play with the settings on these, on the global bar. You can make this as dark or, as sharp or as soft as you want them on your cracks. And I think this gives it like more bolder, and the global balance will give it like a more bolder effect. Give more things in darker. And global contrast will also help too. And the same thing with the edges. You can also make finer details with this. And you can and this is all just playing with the settings, making things as creative if you want to, making them as sharper or smoother. And then it's just all messing with the layers too. It's really not, I don't think there'll be much going on, but it's to help keep things more controlled and detail with your stuff. And let's mess with the curvature on the red. So as you can see, with the curvature, it does help keep your model nice and balanced. If this makes things easier for you to color stuff. But yeah, this is how I create more detailed work in a more faster way when creating, when painting models. So yeah, this is it. But yeah, that's how you make details on your cracks. And I hope this was a good tutorial for you guys and your creative journey and learning how to paint in Substance Painter. And that's all I have for now. Thank you for joining me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.